Hello, everyone, and good evening. Welcome to Reality Hour. I am Adam Samuel. Today, at long last, we have our top 12 contestants of the season. Today, joining me for the podcast are my co-host Eric. How you doing? Totally biased.
Okay.
And Grace, how you doing today, Grace?
I'm doing okay. Thank you for asking. Little annoyed that I lost half my team, but
we all did. We all lost
did.
half of our teams.
I would have five,
which is
not
best
for
case scenario.
something else, but we won't talk about that yet.
Ironically, I don't think my team is entirely dead on arrival. I think we've actually got no. I think there's
we each have one basically who has a chance at winning. It seems so.
Who's mine?
Ava.
Hunter.
Ooh, maybe I've got two.
No, you don't have two. Hunter's not have a chance.
Well, anyway, yes, we are going to be going over this week the top 16 week, the top 12 week. Here's how we are going to be running the show today. We are going to be going through, basically, we're going to focus on the top 12 of the episode of the week. We are, though, going to, at the start, kind of eulogize the runs of our eliminated contestants.
Not all of them.
And then, well, we should kind of give like a brief mention to them and kind of the ones
the ones that we cared about.
But before we do that, Eric, do we have any headlines? I almost said highlights. Headlines to talk about for the episode and the week or the week ahead.
The twist was confirmed on Monday's show. Yes, Grace is correct that it sucks. We're all in agreement that it sucks, but we're gonna put up with it because we don't have a choice. Paula Abdul subbed in for Luke Bryant, who tested positive for COVID.
Well, I was giving a thumbs up to Paula just because I liked having Paula back. Not it's sad. It's a shame that Luke got sick, but it is nice to get Paula back.
She was just as useless as all the other ones were, so I'm indifferent.
I still think she's better at judging dancers.
Okay.
I want her to replace Carrie Ann on Dancing with the Stars.
Okay. And then we have our top 12, and that's the headlines. Let's go into our eliminated contestants.
Yes. So we have the four contestants we lost
between top 16 and top 12.
Between top 16,
8. We lost 12 contestants this week in total.
But I got to tell you, I don't think there were too many surprises. There was one, I would say, kind of biggest surprise. Like, what did you guys think of the results? Did you think we got the best top 12 we could here?
No. But I'm only mad about one person that got cut.
I think with one exception, I think we more or less got the right top 12. I think the results were good.
They were
one
close.
while. That's exactly. I say this because it could have been worse.
Yeah.
Like it can always be worse. But yeah, of the top 8 contestants, guys, is there one that you really feel disappointed about losing?
Of the 12 eliminated contestants?
12, I'm sorry, 12. Yeah.
The only one I'm sad about is Alanis because I thought she was excellent. So.
What about you, Grace?
I'm a little disappointed that I lost Wyatt because I feel like had he not dropped out, he would have made it, and then I'd have 5 people on my team and not 4.
Yeah, I'm really
surprised.
surprised.
I'm not that upset to lose him.
Have we heard any updates about what kind of happened with Wyatt that he kind of dropped out?
No
Seems
idea.
like it was for mental health reasons.
Seems like it. So.
That's what MJ alluded to.
Well, I will say, like, of when we were doing the draft, our final 3 picks for each of us was cut, with the exception of Eric. Deshawn is still in the running, so good for him. I don't know.
For me,
yeah, I was surprised he made it through. I think he's going to be in some trouble early on. Here's my overall thoughts on the top 12. I think we got it pretty much right. If it was in a perfect world for me, I think I would have bounced Caleb for Alanis. I think that would have been the real change because I'm not a fan of the country boys that we get every year. They're kind of pretty mediocre, middle of the line, and they always make it really far. Otherwise, with that one exception, I think we got a good result. Like we ended up with, I think, the right top 12.
Close enough to it.
Like Wyatt too. I mean, no offense to Grace, but like he wasn't my thing, and like
he wasn't mine either. But he's on my team. And again, he would have made it.
He would have, but he wouldn't.
Competitor in me wants him to stay.
Anyway,
so yeah. I also really liked, I know you guys might not agree, but I did like having Paula Abdul back. It was a return to form. I mean, you look at Ryan Seacrest and Paula Abdul, like they've been there. Well, Paula kind of dropped out, but like they've been there since forever. And it was kind of nice.
You never watched the seasons when Paula was on.
I didn't, but like the legacy.
You started the year after she quit.
Funny story. The year that she quit, Ava August, I think, was 4 years old.
God. Anyway.
Okay, we're old.
Let's move on from that before I have a panic attack about being so old. Anyway, let's go into our first contestant, shall we?
Yeah, Casey Bishop is up first. And no surprise here, unless you guys felt any different.
She's fully recovered from her weak points in Hollywood Week, as far as I'm concerned. Both of these performances from her were outstanding and among the best of the night, in my opinion. Black Hole Sun, obviously Haley Reinhart did it better, but Haley Reinhart does basically everything better, so that's not really fair.
Wait,
when did Haley do it?
House of the Rising Sun?
What?
When did Haley do Black Hole Sun?
She did House of the Rising Sun.
She did both, actually. She did Black Hole Sun with Postmodern Jukebox.
Oh, that's different.
Not on Idol, but since Idol. I will say both of these are Haley Reinhart covered songs, and Casey is clearly going into that lane as far as I'm concerned. I'm not sure I love the band on House of the Rising Sun because they kind of drowned Casey out, but I don't think that's necessarily Casey's fault. And I'm just really excited about her. She's one of my 2 favorites this season at this point. Can she win? No, but hope she goes far at least.
Yeah, I don't see her winning. And I'm sorry to kind of take attention here, but I'm just thinking, do we have any updates on like the schedule? Like how many contestants are going to be getting cut per week? I mean, I know we have our comeback episode, but afterwards, all right, I'm sorry for later, but Grace, anything you would like to say about Casey?
She sang both songs well. House of the Rising Sun didn't have a lot of energy, but it's a song that doesn't require a lot of energy, so maybe I should just leave that alone. But I do not want her to rely on her voice alone. One does not win American Idol by talent alone.
Yeah, here's the thing. I feel like right now Casey is playing for 5th place. I don't know what she needs to do to switch it up. That's the thing. Like I look at her and I
don't think there's anything she can do to win at this point.
So you think 5th is kind of the ceiling for her?
I think 3rd is the best she can hope for.
I'm nervous for Disney night for her.
No, I think she can do some.
Oh, she's not going anywhere for a couple weeks.
I'm trying to think of what Disney song she would do.
She'll find one. There has to be one.
All right. Well, Casey Bishop, Eric's 2nd pick on the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on. Unless anything else to say on Casey?
Very excited to hopefully get some good performances out of her, at least.
Yes. Well, of the contestants that made it, we got Deshawn Goncalves performing Higher Ground by Stevie Wonder and Feeling Good, which, my God, we've heard that song a lot. But
too many times.
Think Feeling Good was much more of a stronger performance between these two. I think had there been voting top 12 week, Deshawn might have been in trouble with the song choice. But since this was pretty much just a victory lap, I think he's got a fresh start next week, and we'll see what kind of happens. But what did you guys think of his 2 performances here?
I loved you. Garth, you can go first.
Okay. Feeling Good is one of those songs that I feel like you can't actually sing poorly.
Oh, yes, you can.
I don't think I've ever had like a
No one has,
subpar.
but it's not an easy song to sing.
I mean, if Lazaro can sing it well, anybody can.
No, he can't. He didn't.
It was what Lazaro had a lot of bad performances, but Feeling Good at least was his one good one, like somewhat okay one. Like even whenever you hear this song, it's not a song someone goes home on. I don't think I've ever seen someone go home on this song.
I don't think I have either. I have seen a lot of people go home on Higher Ground, and I agree that this was not his best performance. But I kind of think he needed to do something up-tempo. I just kind of fear that at some point, like, Willie is going to completely cancel him out. Even if I think Deshawn is technically a better singer than Willie, I think Willie is more likable. So I'm not really sure how that's going to go.
So
Here's what I think. Go on, I'm sorry.
Okay. So I love the acapella intro for Feeling Good, and it wasn't blown away with any of the rest. And the thing about the second performance of Higher Ground, I thought it was basically a nothing performance. It wasn't good. It didn't do anything to help him. Didn't do anything to hurt him. It was just a nothing performance that I already forgot about. So, and he needs he's not in the strong enough position to be able to have a nothing performance, another one at least, and get away with it. He needs to have moments every time he's on stage if he wants to win, because he's coming from such a disadvantage. So
I really didn't like his strategy kind of for this game, for this round. Like I'm like very analytical thinker. Like when I think of this round, I think unless I am 100% sure that I'm advancing, unless I am Grace and Willie, I would want to do a Save Me song, something that is like go all out. And I feel like the fact that some of these people kind of didn't, that did kind of make me question like what they're going to be doing going forward, because I both see the point of playing it safe and seeing the point of trying to do whatever you can to make it through. You know what I mean? This was kind of a nothing performance, as Eric said. And I feel like this round, if any, should have been one of those like
moments round.
Like desperate. Even like if the fact that he went for this, it was like, it gives the impression that he maybe thought he was like, just to me, because of how I kind of think of the show. But I want to see some more strategic thinking from not just him, but all these contestants kind of going forward.
Okay, let's talk about the train wreck, shall we?
Awful.
Well, backtracking on what I just said, if you do make it through and you have to have a bad week, this is the best week to have your worst week in the competition. Because there's no voting. It is Cassandra Coleman and her second song, Light On by Maggie Rogers. When I heard the name Maggie Rogers, I got flashbacks to when Sophia Wackerman performed Burning, and I was like, oh, this could be good. And then I was like,
Honestly, I think this might be one of the worst performances I've ever seen at this stage of the competition. It's up there at least. It's in the top 10. There were so many missed notes. It was unbelievable to me how many there were. And the point, and the fact that she got a free judge standing ovation for it, we can officially say this is the official point where the standing ovation has jumped the shark on American Idol. If there's ever a point that you can point to, free judges standing up for that performance, they just ruined the concept of the standing ovation forever for me. Wicked Game, for her first night performance, was good but not great in my opinion. But
Wicked Game is one of those songs, like, it doesn't seem difficult on paper, but it is.
Yes.
But I'm also so partial to Cyrus's version that like nothing else can come close.
For me, David Cook's version is the best. But basically every white guy with guitar has done this song before. So
yeah, let's just move on.
You really have nothing to say?
Caleb Kennedy up performing an original song. Caleb is kind of one of those contestants I just can't get excited about, guys. Like we get one of these every year and they're just the same kind of stuff. What did you guys think of his
Okay,
two
so
performances?
night 2, when he took the hat off, I realized something for the first time. And I want to share this revelation with all of you.
He has
The
hair.
hat was good for him because it covered up his blank face. Because he had no expression on his face for the entirety of their second performance. And so I can't get invested in country singers in general, but particularly not ones who aren't even invested in what they're singing, as far as I can tell. And I was bored. And he looked bored.
I didn't think the song was actually that bad.
It wasn't a bad song, but the performance, again, you look at his face and like, now I get the hat. The hat was to cover up his lack of facial expressions.
I really didn't like that. Like, I felt like the hat was always like covering. Like it was like a shield.
And that was a good thing because we didn't know that he had no facial expressions when he was wearing the hat.
Gil in the chat
Casey doesn't have
says
any facial expressions.
What?
Casey doesn't have any facial expressions.
No, but she's a much better singer, so I can live with that.
Gil in the chat, this Caleb is no Caleb Lee Hutchinson. I disagree. I think he is pretty much the same thing. He's Lane Hardy. He's the same kind of.
Oh,
Caleb
God.
had
Don't put that into the universe, Adam.
But it's true, right? Like, don't boo me. I'm right.
God, you better not be right. Okay.
He's gonna be Caleb's top 5, I think. I think we're looking at the top 5 of Grace, Willie, Casey, Caleb, and Ava. You heard it here, folks.
So 3 out of 5 are on my team. I'm good with that.
No, we're not, because you're missing the returning contestant, whoever he is.
Right.
Or
all right.
she.
I'm sorry. Grace.
Are we on the list?
No,
Grace, Willie, Caleb, Casey, and
Arthur.
you all know who?
Say
Yeah.
it.
But yeah. Anything else on Caleb from you guys?
Nope.
Don't sing "Life is a Highway" next week, please.
Live. He's gonna be doing "You Got a Friend in Me" for Disney Week.
Okay. I don't know. Wait, does "Life is a Highway" fit into the Oscars theme?
I don't know. Anyway.
Well, I will say, like, when I was watching this episode, I think I'd messaged Eric at this point. I was like, whoever is called next is going to be like, it is toast. And I said, I think I tweeted that it was like the GIF, like whoever's name is called next is like that little.
I'm in danger.
I'm in danger. Because it was like 3 in a row, and it was Madison Watkins. And I was like, ooh. Mm-hmm. And then afterwards, she performed, and the judges, I thought they were saying goodbye to her.
Oh,
like,
me too.
I genuinely think that she changed their mind when she said it's not over till it's over. I think that was when like they changed her mind. If they did,
I don't think they changed their mind. I think producers changed their minds.
But yes, that's. But what another case of a head scratching song choice where I was like, what? If you got to think like Madison's got to know like a little bit that she's in trouble. And I feel like this has got to be, I feel like the performances should have been switched. Like, I loved Gravity. I thought that was maybe the best performance of the 2 nights, maybe, or one of them. No, I think it was one of the best. And I was like,
I will say, Gravity was gorgeous, but it was not one of the best of both nights.
Gravity is always a perfect song. Like, I've never heard a bad rendition on these shows of Gravity, I don't think. Sarah Bareilles is, right? Grace?
Yes.
Never been a bad one. And I think she did another good one. But
I've heard a few that I didn't like, but I love that song, so I don't really care. Hotline Bling, on the other hand, really stupid song. Not a song that showcases any vocal ability. So I would have sent her home just for singing that song.
It's gutsy. It's a risk.
It was a risk, and I appreciated it, actually. I appreciated that she picked something out of her comfort zone. So
that's it. No other comments.
Yeah, that's it.
It's not even a song. There's no melody.
Of the wild cards, she would have gotten one of mine, but Bean would not have gotten the other one. But we'll get to him.
Really?
Get out.
Oh, I honestly, I would have. I think I would have maybe. No, I would have given it to Bean and Matt and Alanis. I don't think I would have given it to.
I would have given it to Madison and Alanis, but
All right. Well, anything else on Madison? I think she's going to be in trouble. Like, really. The people I'm looking at
she's gone.
Next, the people in trouble, I think, are going to be Cassandra, Madison, Deshawn, Bean.
Madison
I just
and
realized
Bean
I said
goners.
Sean Bean, like Deshawn
Madison
Bean,
and Bean are goners,
actor.
and then the third person, whoever that is.
AGT people on Reddit were calling her Marge Simpson. That sounds pretty mean. I don't even know.
Meme. I don't know what that is, though. And Outplayed Panda, what would you have given to Bobby Bones? We are not Bobby Bones people in this podcast.
Anyway, let's talk about Ava.
Ava August, who, by the way, like, what a like surprise, a pleasant surprise this season. I feel like she knocked it out of the park with Driver's License. I think so far that might be one of my favorite performances of the season, and it was just too short in that and how truncated it was. But she continues to carve a steady path. As Cassandra falls, I think Ava is slowly starting to steal her spot. Like she is
slowly. What are you talking about? Cassandra's gone. Ava is actually a contender for top 5 now.
And I think she filled that niche that Cassandra would have had. And I think she's easily soaring with it. Go ahead, Eric.
Anyway, what I'll say is I'm still not a huge fan of her voice. But I can't deny that Love of My Life by Queen was an outstanding song choice.
I've never even heard that song, but she sang it so well.
It's actually a song that Brian May sings live when they do it. So it's not something that Adam would sing. But I will say, outstanding song choice for her. I wasn't a fan of Night One.
No, I didn't like it either.
But I think that she totally saved. She put herself back in she's clearly headed deep into this competition if she can pick the right song for herself. So
I'm excited. Like I love these pleasant surprise contestants. There's usually one a season. And I do worry for her when she eventually has to go up tempo. I think that might be a little bit.
She won't have to because the season's short enough that she won't have to.
Is it? Like how many people are when do we get to talk about like the format and how many people are kind of
at the end? We'll get there.
All right.
The only themes that I know of are next week in Disney night, and I think both of them are open enough that she can pick something that works. But I think both of them are open enough that all of them can pick something that works.
I want her to do the Toy Story 2 song.
When She Loved Me.
She Loved Me? Yeah.
I just saw Grace just roll eyes at that.
Wait, why is that bad?
No, that song's just gonna like stab me in the heart.
Why?
It's so sad.
That's why it's so good.
Okay.
All right. Well, anyway, I'm happy she's on my team.
You should be really happy she's on your team. She's your one hope. Anyway, let's move on to Bean.
Hunter is Bean. Grow As We Go by Ben Platt. I had never heard of the song until
neither have I.
Really? I would have thought I thought you were a Ben Platt fan.
I'm a Dear Evan Hansen fan. I'm not really, although I still haven't seen it yet. I was supposed to see it last April, but then COVID happened.
What was his first song, Eric?
I forget. Honestly, I didn't think
for a feeling. I've never heard of it either.
Oh yeah. I remember. Go on, Eric.
So my thing is that never one of her performances were worthy of a standing ovation for me. I am sad in principle that the gay male contestants never make it through on American Idol, it seems, with one exception of Jeremiah Lloyd Harmon. And even he got cut obscenely early. The difference between Jeremiah and Bean is that Jeremiah had the best voice this season by a mile, and Bean doesn't. Bean isn't
good.
What?
He's still good.
He's okay. If it's between him and Alanis at least delivered a couple moments this season so far, and Bean hasn't for me. So I would have sent him home over Alanis personally.
Speaking of Alanis, like I know we're talking about Bean, but when I saw that she was singing Heart Attack, my first impression was like, yes. And then I was like,
It was fine. I think her first performance, though, Night One, Alanis, was, I think, better than her Hollywood Week performance for me. I thought the story was was probably my favorite performance of the entire top 16 episode with Alanis. And so I was pissed that she got cut. But anyway.
Grace, any thoughts on Bean?
I thought he sounded really good on both songs. The second song, he actually did sound a little bit like Ben Platt, and based on the way the judges reacted, I knew he was making it through. Of course, I already knew because I watched the episode like right before we went on.
Yeah.
So I already knew he was making it, but if I didn't, just the way the judges reacted, he was in.
Yeah. They weren't going to cut him, but you know, I'm just not on the Bean train.
Let's move on to Chase Beckham, who is Grace's number one pick on the draft. And I think our best winning shot here, honestly, going by the trends. I didn't love his performances this week. It's usually not my favorite, but he's going to be fine. Did I even say he was going to be in the top 5 when I was putting it together?
I'm not sure he is.
Chase, Willie, Grace, Arthur. Ooh, and either Ava or Casey.
Grace.
I said Grace. Grace, Willie, Arthur, Chase, and either Ava or Casey, I think, are the top 5. Or Caleb. Ooh.
I will say, though, if Chase sings the Asteroid song, I'm trading him for Arthur Gunn next week.
You're not.
I sent out this tweet that once Arthur joins the top 10, it's like the Spider-Man gif, like meme of them like pointing at each other like they're, because they're, you know.
Yeah. What I'll say is that Chase, night 1 was bad. His voice is really weak. I mean, I thought he sounded worse than Philip Phillips did when he had kidney stones. And so I just don't get Chase at all, if I'm honest. I just really don't get it. I just don't get it. But anyway. And the good news is I'm not gonna have to get it, because if a guy with guitar is gonna win this season, it's gonna be Arthur. So
someone posted, by the way, while we're talking about Arthur, someone posted on Reddit a song suggestion for Arthur. This is from Swatkins95. She said, not sure if he knows it, but I'd love Arthur to I'd love to hear Arthur on Have You Ever Seen the Rain? Would be a little outside the box. Would be a little outside the box for him, but I think he could put a cool spin on it.
Are people chewing this person up, or was she being sarcastic?
I think she was
kidding, but it's a great joke.
And then there was a comment. It says
Asteroid song. Y'all can have it.
He's singing Iris for his comeback performance.
He's not doing Oscars night?
No, they're not doing Oscars. They're doing other songs. He's doing Iris by Goo Goo Dolls, and I will say, one of my X Factor favorites, Grace Davis, released a cover of that song a couple weeks ago, and no matter what Arthur does, he won't be as good. So anyway.
One of the comments was maybe he should sing it, but only if he takes a huge risk with the arrangement.
Anyway, let's talk about Alyssa Ray.
One more thing while we're still talking. I feel like Arthur has cannibalized Chase Beckham's spot, but if Arthur doesn't make it, who is?
Louis Knight.
Nobody.
I wouldn't be like too pissed about Louis Knight. Like
I wouldn't.
I would prefer Arthur over Louis Knight.
No, because if Louis Knight gets it, he's not going to win. Like Arthur can win.
Yeah, like put somebody who's non-threatening. Because like I was talking about this with one of my friends.
I would put Nick Marico, even him. Like just
at least he's pretty.
I'm voting for Michaela.
Oh, you know what? Yes, Michaela. What's she doing? What's she singing?
She's not in it.
She is.
Oh, I don't know because I knew Arthur was gonna get it, so I didn't care.
That's fair. Anyway, let's talk about Alyssa Ray, shall we?
Alyssa Ray. Oh, Alyssa Ray. I think she'll be fine for a week or two, but I'm starting to see some trouble on the horizon for Alyssa Ray, guys.
I think she's gone by top 8. And I think there are like a few good moments in the middle of the first performance, and the second one was a hot mess. So,
okay, what's the number 1 rule of singing Whitney songs?
Don't do it.
Don't do it unless the theme forces you
Even
to like
Paula
season
knows
11.
not to do it.
I was waiting. I needed I could hear the echoes of Simon Cowell going like, that song is gonna date you. Like you gotta.
Paula got as close as
She's
got
so
to
close. She was like,
anybody.
she inched to the edge of the line and like put a single toe over, and then it's like, I'm done, and walk back.
She almost critiqued somebody, which is more than the average judge has done all season. She almost critiqued somebody. She almost gave some good advice. Almost.
Yeah, I mean,
What did you
Killing
think,
Me
Grace?
Softly was just, I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't her best moment. And then Greatest Love of All. Somebody sang this song on one of these shows, and one of the comments I read online said that Whitney Houston could sing that song better at this current moment. It wasn't that bad for sure, but
That's really awful.
That's mean.
it is. Like that, it wasn't that bad, but it wasn't great either. And it was a really bad song choice.
Yes. Okay. Agreement. Willie Spence?
Willie Spence doing Diamonds by Rihanna. And
Again.
what was the first song? Yeah, him and Arthur Gunn with their,
With their repeated.
His first one was Set Fire to the Rain.
Yeah, I thought of these two personally. I think I liked the first one more. Set Fire
Me
to the
too.
Rain was. What did you guys think?
Agreed.
I agree. I didn't like the key change. I thought the key change just didn't work. But and then Diamonds, he sang it before. It's a Sia song. That's 2 strikes. Also next week, another song suggestion. Don't sing Against All Odds, Willie. Don't do it.
He's gonna
Okay,
do
God.
it.
No. We haven't heard that song since season 9, and I'm pretty sure there's a reason for it.
Anyway.
When was the last time we heard it?
The last time on this show, I think, was Paige Miles, and she was god-awful with it.
That was actually the
That
first ever X Factor winning single.
That was the first episode of American Idol I think I ever watched. Like from fully. That was. I remember that episode like vividly.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll just have like an Ellen moment where it's like, I'm going to turn the music critique over to these people because I shouldn't be here.
Okay.
Do you think Willie can win though? Like
No.
honestly, because I'm seeing a lot of, like he's starting to get some traction, and I'm starting to see a lot of
People
No.
love him.
People love
just-
him? He'll
he
make
can't win.
top 5, but he's not gonna win.
I was waiting for for one of you to say people love Jessica Sanchez and Joshua Lidette, and
The real
Well, people
answer is
didn't love
people
Jessica
Barbara
Sanchez. She
Streisand.
got the judges safe. Although I'm still fairly convinced that was rigged.
I do too.
No to that too, Gil.
My heart will go on. That's not even.
No.
I don't think I've heard. When was it ever sang on American Idol?
Idol, I can't think of anything. Carly Rose Sonnenclair did it on X Factor, and she nailed it, but she nailed everything.
Yeah, why are
Johnny
you guys
Manuel
ripping
did
on?
it on Voice Australia last year, and he was great at it too.
Oh yeah, Johnny Manuel. But he's Johnny Manuel. Kel Mitchell did it on Dancing with the Stars, and he did it really well too. But that's Dancing with the Stars.
And that's not singing. Anyway,
Grace 2.0, other Grace on American Idol, who I think is so obviously the winner that I don't think she'll win. Like this is how I usually think about the show because she's so good. Like she's really, really good. I love Dangerous Woman. Like I think that was just. But
I didn't like the beginning. It got better though.
my thing, and I am a huge Grace fan. Neither of these performances were her best, but I know that she has a true idol moment in her capability.
Into the
Soon.
And I'm just
dear.
waiting for it to happen because my God, when it happened, it's going to be transcendent. I did like the song choice of Dangerous Woman, actually. I like that she picked something.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of her songs this week were more current than what she's been doing. That was good to see.
That is good because she needs to. The only objection that you could have to her as the winner from a talent perspective is she marketable? And she needs to pick current songs to prove that she might be. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think she's got a Pia Toscano moment coming.
God, I hope you're wrong.
But she's really good. Like she deserves to be like
The winner.
top 2, maybe even the winner. But like she's so good that she like I've watched this show that I've become too cynical to believe that she could actually pull it off.
I am hoping that she wins because if there's ever a point on the show where my favorite is ever going to win the show again, it's going to happen this year. I'm convinced of it.
Well, anything else? Grace, do you have any thoughts on other Grace? What was that voice crack?
I think both of you said it best. This week was not her best week overall by any stretch, but it didn't have to be. So,
but she needs to have that moment soon. I hope it happens.
I think next week, honestly.
Wait for the right moment.
All right. Do you guys have a recommendation?
Is Disney Week
recommendation?
I know next week is Oscars night, but is Disney Week the week after that?
No, the week after that is the Oscars, and Adolf's not on. So 2 weeks after.
Gil's comment is exactly it. You can, that's how it is. That's how the show is. Like right?
I'm showing this comment out of protest, but I'm gonna show it.
Yeah,
Let's move
we're
on
used to it.
to Hunter Metz, our final contestant of the night. Who I think could win. I don't know if you guys.
No.
Maybe.
Well, here's what I think. If I was to close my eyes and just listen to his singing, Eric is going to very strongly disagree with me, but I'm going to say it. He sounds a lot like Jeremiah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not even close.
I'm telling you, like it's so similar to me. I don't know why, but I was like,
no.
This sounds so much like him.
No. Jeremiah can hit notes that Hunter couldn't dream of hitting.
Yeah, outplayed Panda agrees with me. Don't sleep on Hunter, guys. Like
I wouldn't. I'm not. I'm afraid of him.
I'm not.
He's on my team.
I thought I was pretty happy that he did the original version of Skinny Love and not the Birdie version that everyone does. And he actually did a pretty good job with it. I was not as crazy about I Can't Make You Love Me, but I'm not crazy about that song by anybody. So
I really didn't like either of his performances. So
wait, was this the song that sent Holly Kavanaugh home?
Yes.
Was it?
Yeah, but she was DOA that week. Even if she weren't, though.
Season 11 was just so
I love
good.
that season.
I got to rewatch it sometime. Like every contestant from like top 7 on could have won that show. Like just anyway. But yeah, that's kind of the contestants. So moving forward, now can we talk about the format and what's kind of going on?
Sure, I can go over it with you guys.
All right, let's hear it.
Next week, top 12 sing Oscar nominated songs on Sunday. 9 of them advance.
On that same episode?
Live vote. Yes, on that
episode.
That's a steep cut, though.
Yes, 12 to 9. And then next Monday is the comeback where 10 of them compete and one of them gets the 10th spot in the top 10.
That same episode? Do we get the results that?
We do not. That okay. One we have 2 weeks to vote for, basically. And then when Anna comes back after a week off, we have top 10. And then we have five more live shows between top 10 and the finale. So
is that not a lot?
We will have 7 performance episodes to get from 10 to 1, which means there will be some single eliminations, which is good.
That's pretty good. How many do you think?
Well, technically there would be at least probably 2 or no, but it'd be 3 double eliminations is my guess.
I'm thinking 2 or 3.
Two double eliminations, maybe 3, and then the rest single, which would be good.
Yeah. And do we go into the finale with 2 or 3 in that?
3. ABC Idol 3.
All right. Well, it's a lot to look forward to, but anything else you guys want to talk about from the episode or kind of the week in review or anything like that?
I have a very lengthy list of songs that I do not want to hear next week, but I always do with movie night.
Which ones?
No Asteroid Song.
We're getting it. We're overdue.
No Against All Odds.
Take a look at me now.
No.
We are overdue for the Asteroid Song, and we are totally getting it.
We already had Shallow, so I'm thinking we're safe from that one.
No, we're not.
I don't mind Shallow yet. I'm almost there.
Yes,
but
yet.
Case for the win.
Oh yeah, No
PC.
My Heart Will Go On. Hang on, I'm looking up Oscar-winning songs right now.
It's nominated, not winning.
Okay, well all the nominees are listed anyway.
Yeah, that's got to be a cool list.
Yeah, I'm looking backwards. Nobody's gonna. Okay, Remember Me is gonna be on Disney Night, if anyone does it. Writings on the Wall, I wouldn't mind. No, Let It Go.
Ooh.
Oh, that's Disney.
Writings on the Wall. Problem is, there aren't any guys who can do it as good as
Man or Muppet was nominated.
Man or
from the
Muppet won.
Muppets?
There were
It
only
won?
the only other song was from Rio. It was a shallow
Really?
category. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Skyfall, I wouldn't mind.
Ooh, Skyfall, yeah.
Falling Slowly, I'm kind
Watermelon Sugar was nominated?
No, it wasn't.
Not for that. Falling Slowly, I don't think I'd mind too much.
Ooh, Hunter Metz. That's a good one for him. Or Chase.
No.
A lot of these are Disney songs. When You Believe, I Always Hate.
Another X Factor winning single. Anyway.
I have nothing.
And on that note, I am Adam Samuel. You can find me on Twitter
bye.
at Adam Soapbox. I run my two websites, adamsoapbox.com and adamculog.com, and my YouTube channel where I do book reviews. Eric, where can we find you?
Eric_Ascher on Twitter and bit.ly/EricLoveheads and ericasher.com.
What about you, Grace?
Reality2_Grace on Twitter.
All right. Well, we'll be back next week.
Yes,
Hopefully
80s night. I'll get my costume.
Ooh. Until next time, guys. Bye.